It's midnight. I can hear them through these walls, 3 of my captains, whispering, planning. By dawn, they'll try to kill me. And if I don't act first, this voyage ends tonight. Day 168. We've been trapped in this frozen hell for 6 weeks. Port San Julian, southern Patagonia, the most desolate place I've ever seen. Barren, lifeless, bitter cold even though it's supposed to be autumn here. We stopped here on March 31st, Easter. I thought we'd rest, repair, wait out the winter storms. But my men, they're not resting. They're plotting. 5 months since we left Spain, and we still haven't found the passage. Food is running low, the cold is unbearable, and my Spanish captains, they've had enough of following a Portuguese madman. It started yesterday morning, Easter Sunday. I ordered all captains to join me for Mass on the Trinidad. A tradition, a sign of unity. Juan de Cartagena arrived first, commander of the San Antonio. Spanish nobility, arrogant, entitled. He's hated me since day one. Gaspar de Quesada came next, the Concepcion's captain, Cartagena's closest ally, ambitious and cruel. Then Luis de Mendoza, Victoria's captain, the quiet one, the smart one, the dangerous one. Only 2 captains I can trust, Juan Serrano on the Santiago, Portuguese like me, and Duarte Barbosa on the Trinidad. My cousin, 3 against 2, and 260 men watching, waiting to see who wins. After Mass, I announced my decision. We winter here, in Port San Julian. We continue south when spring comes. We will find the passage. The room went silent. Then, Cartagena spoke. "Captain General," he said, his voice dripping with contempt. "The men are starving. The cold is killing us. We should turn back, return to Spain while we still can." I looked him in the eye, and I said exactly what I should have said months ago. We continue. Anyone who disagrees is a traitor. That's when I saw it. The look they exchanged, Cartagena, Quesada, Mendoza, a silent agreement. They were done taking orders from me. That night I couldn't sleep. Something felt wrong. I kept my sword close, my trusted men closer. Around 2 a.m., I heard it. Boats, moving through the water. Quietly, too quietly. I rushed to the deck, and what I saw, my worst fear confirmed. 30 armed men, rowing toward the San Antonio, led by Cartagena and Quesada. They were taking the ship. My cousin Duarte whispered, "We should attack now, while they're exposed." But I said no. Let them think they've won. Let them feel safe. Then, we strike. Within an hour, they'd seized the San Antonio, overpowered my loyal captain, Alvaro de Mesquita, threw him in chains. Then they sent boats to the Concepción and Victoria. By dawn, they controlled 3 of my 5 ships. Trinidad and Santiago remained mine. 2 ships against 3. 110 loyal men against 160 mutineers. As the sun rose, a boat approached. White flag. A messenger. From Cartagena. The message was simple. "Turn back to Spain, or we kill you and take command ourselves." I read the letter twice. Then I looked at my cousin, and I smiled. "Send them a reply," I said. "Tell them I accept their terms. We will negotiate. At noon, on the Victoria." My men looked at me like I'd gone mad. But I hadn't. I was about to teach these Spanish bastards. You don't threaten Ferdinand Magellan and live. Noon, I sent a boat to the Victoria. 6 men, unarmed, they thought, led by Gonzalo Gomez de Espinosa, my master-at-arms, a man who could kill with his bare hands. They carried a letter. For Luis de Mendoza, the Victoria's captain, an invitation to negotiate peace. Mendoza leaned over the railing to read it, confident, smug, victorious. And that's when Espinosa struck. One thrust, straight through Mendoza's throat. He fell, choking on his own blood, dead before he hit the deck. My men stormed the Victoria. The crew, leaderless and terrified, surrendered immediately. One ship recaptured. I didn't stop there. I positioned the Trinidad and Victoria at the harbor entrance, blocking the only escape route. The San Antonio and Concepción were trapped. They could fight, or they could surrender. Cartagena tried to fight. He ordered his men to attack. But when they saw Mendoza's body, when they realized their leader was dead, they refused. By sunset, it was over. The mutiny had failed. My fleet was mine again. But the real question remained, what do I do with the traitors? The next morning, I held court. Gaspar de Quesada, leader of the mutiny, I could have hanged him. But I wanted him to suffer. I ordered him beheaded and quartered, his body parts displayed on the shore, a warning to anyone else who dares defy me. Juan de Cartagena. Different punishment. I couldn't kill him. He was Spanish nobility. King Charles would have my head. So instead, I marooned him, left him on this frozen beach, with a priest, no ship, no supplies, no hope. He'll die here, slowly, alone. 40 other mutineers received lashes, blood, pain, humiliation. But their lives spared. For now, I needed them. I needed every man I could get. Because the real journey hasn't even begun. Tonight, as I write this, I think about what I've become. A leader who kills his own men, who maroons them on frozen shores, who shows no mercy. Is this who I am? Or is this who I have to be? They call me a tyrant. Maybe they're right. But I made a promise. To Spain. To myself. I will find the passage. I will reach the Spice Islands. I will change the world. And if that means becoming a monster, then so be it. Because in the end, history doesn't remember the kind leaders. It remembers the ones who succeeded. No matter the cost.
The mutiny at Port San Julian was a defining moment in Magellan's expedition. On April 1st to 2nd, 1520, 3 Spanish captains, Juan de Cartagena, Gaspar de Quesada, and Luis de Mendoza, attempted to seize control of the fleet. Magellan's swift and brutal response crushed the rebellion within 24 hours. Quesada was executed and quartered. Mendoza's body was also quartered post-mortem. Cartagena was indeed marooned and never seen again. This event established Magellan's absolute authority, but it also created deep resentment that would haunt the voyage. Many historians believe this mutiny planted the seeds for later conflicts, including the one that would ultimately cost Magellan his life. 1 year later, at Magellan, next time on the Voyage Diaries, day 203, the Santiago is gone, down to 4 ships. We lose our first ship to the sea, and I realize nature is a far crueler enemy than any mutineer. Subscribe to witness the impossible journey. New episodes every Wednesday and Saturday. Because survival comes at a price.